Welcome to Bible Mysteries channel. We are here to share amazing stories from the Old and New Testaments, from Genesis to Revelation. Here, we embark on an enlightening journey through the sacred scriptures, delving into the timeless narratives, lessons, and profound wisdom encapsulated within these revered texts. Before we delve in, please take a moment to like and subscribe to our channel to never miss an update when we post new videos. Today we delve into a chapter of how did the 12 apostles of Jesus die? The lives and deaths of the 12 apostles represent a cornerstone of Christian history and theology, shaping the foundations of the faith and influencing its global dissemination. These individuals, chosen directly by Jesus Christ, held pivotal roles in laying the groundwork for the early Christian church. Their journeys, teachings, and ultimate sacrifices are woven into the fabric of Christian tradition, embodying the essence of devotion, mission, and, in many cases, martyrdom. Jesus selected the 12 apostles from diverse backgrounds, symbolizing the inclusivity of his message. These men, ordinary in their origins, became extraordinary in their mission. Their lives were deeply intertwined with the teachings of Jesus as they traveled with him, witnessed his miracles, and received direct instruction to spread the gospel. Following the resurrection and ascension of Jesus, the apostles became instrumental in disseminating the Christian message. Their travels took them to various regions, reaching people of different cultures and backgrounds. The apostles played a crucial role in establishing Christian communities, laying the foundation for what would later become the worldwide Christian church. The apostles faced numerous challenges, including opposition from religious authorities and societal rejection. As they spread the Christian message, they encountered resistance, hostility, and persecution. These trials underscored the difficulties early Christians faced and highlighted the commitment of the apostles to their mission. The deaths of the apostles, often marked by martyrdom, hold particular significance in Christian tradition. The term martyr itself stems from the Greek word meaning witness, emphasizing the apostles' unwavering commitment to bearing witness to the truth of the gospel. The apostles' deaths became powerful symbols of faith and sacrifice, inspiring later generations of Christians. 1. Simon Peter, also known as St. Peter, occupies a central and prominent role among the 12 apostles in Christian tradition and history. His life, teachings, and eventual martyrdom hold immense significance within the Christian faith. Peter, initially known as Simon, was a Galilean fisherman and one of Jesus Christ's earliest disciples. His deep devotion and outspokenness earned him the distinction of being recognized as the leader among the apostles. He was present for many pivotal moments in Jesus' ministry, including the Transfiguration and Jesus' agony in the Garden of Gethsemane. Peter's well-known denial of Jesus 3 times during Jesus' trial and their significant event in the Gospels. However, after Jesus' resurrection, Peter experienced profound forgiveness and restoration when Jesus entrusted him with the charge to feed my sheep, indicating Peter's role in leading the early Christian community. According to Christian tradition and early church writings, Peter later became a prominent figure in the establishment and expansion of the Christian church. He played a crucial role in the evangelization of Jerusalem, and according to tradition, he eventually journeyed to Rome, where he met his martyrdom. During the reign of Emperor Nero in the 1st century AD, Christianity faced persecution in Rome. Historical accounts and early Christian writings, although varied, largely agree that Peter suffered martyrdom by crucifixion in Rome. Tradition holds that Peter, acknowledging his unworthiness to die in the same manner as Jesus, requested to be crucified upside down. This inverted crucifixion was a poignant gesture, symbolizing his humility and profound reverence for his Lord, Jesus Christ. The site where Peter was purportedly martyred became associated with the Basilica of St. Peter in Vatican City, a significant pilgrimage site and one of the holiest places in Christianity. The Catholic Church recognizes St. Peter as the first bishop of Rome and the foundation upon which the papacy was established. 2. Andrew, recognized as one of the 12 apostles, holds a significant place in Christian tradition and history. As the brother of Simon Peter, he played a crucial role in the ministry and early spread of Christianity. According to Christian tradition and early church writings, Andrew embarked on missionary endeavors after Jesus' ascension, undertaking journeys to propagate the teachings of Christ. Andrew's missionary work is believed to have taken him to various regions, including Asia Minor, present-day Turkey, and Greece, where he fervently preached the gospel and converted many to Christianity. One of the most notable traditions surrounding Andrew is his martyrdom in the city of Patras, Greece, where he met a tragic end for his faith. Accounts differ on the exact circumstances, but most agree that Andrew faced crucifixion, enduring the agonizing death on an X-shaped cross, known as the Saltire Cross or St. Andrew's Cross. The Saltire Cross, consisting of intersecting diagonal lines forming an X shape, is associated with Andrew's crucifixion. According to tradition, Andrew deemed himself unworthy to die on a cross identical to that of Jesus Christ, hence his request for a different crucifixion posture. This distinctive cross, later becoming known as the St. Andrew's Cross, serves as a significant symbol in Christianity, particularly in Scotland, where St. Andrew is the patron saint, and the Saltire Cross remains a prominent national emblem. The martyrdom of Andrew in Patras, though tragic, became a symbol of his unwavering commitment to his faith. His dedication to spreading the teachings of Jesus Christ, despite facing persecution and ultimately sacrificing his life, exemplifies the courage and steadfastness of the early Christian martyrs. 3. James, son of Zebedee and brother of the Apostle John, holds a significant place among the 12 apostles in Christian tradition and history. His life, ministry, and eventual martyrdom bear considerable importance within the early Christian narrative. James was among the inner circle of Jesus' disciples, often joining Peter and John in witnessing key events like the Transfiguration and Jesus' agony in the Garden of Gethsemane. His zeal and ambition were notable, earning him and his brother the nickname Sons of Thunder. As noted in the biblical accounts found in the book of Acts 12:1-2, James became the first apostle to suffer martyrdom. During the reign of Herod Agrippa I, around 44 AD, Herod initiated a persecution against the early Christians. James's execution by beheading in Jerusalem marked a tragic milestone in the history of the early Christian community. The Bible provides scant details regarding James's martyrdom, focusing more on the events that followed. His death underscored the dangers faced by early followers of Jesus and highlighted the persecution directed at those preaching the gospel. 4. John, also known as John the Apostle or John the Evangelist, holds a revered position among the 12 apostles and in the annals of Christian history. John's significance stems from his close relationship with Jesus Christ during his earthly ministry. He was among the inner circle of disciples, known as the beloved disciple, and was present at key moments in Jesus' life, such as the Transfiguration and the Last Supper. Following the events recorded in the New Testament, including Jesus' crucifixion, resurrection, and ascension, traditions diverge concerning John's later life. According to Christian tradition, John played a pivotal role in the early Christian community, particularly in Ephesus and possibly other regions of Asia Minor. One prominent tradition suggests that John, despite facing persecution and exile, lived a long life. It is believed he eventually died of natural causes in Ephesus, an ancient city in modern-day Turkey. According to some accounts, John's death occurred during the reign of Emperor Trajan. The circumstances surrounding John's death and the exact details of his later life are subject to varying interpretations and legends within Christian tradition. Some sources indicate that John faced persecution, including imprisonment and exile on the island of Patmos, where he is said to have received the visions recorded in the book of Revelation. 5. Philip, one of the 12 apostles, played a significant role in the early spread of Christianity following the ministry of Jesus Christ. While the biblical accounts offer limited details about Philip's life and ministry, Christian tradition and early church writings provide insights into his missionary endeavors and eventual martyrdom. Philip's apostolic ministry was marked by his dedication to spreading the teachings of Jesus Christ beyond the borders of Israel. Tradition suggests that he embarked on missionary journeys to various regions, including Greece and Asia Minor, where he passionately preached the gospel and worked to establish Christian communities. One of the prominent accounts concerning Philip's martyrdom places the event in Hierapolis, a city located in Phrygia, part of modern-day Turkey. According to tradition, Philip faced persecution for his faith and missionary activities, leading to his martyrdom. Different sources offer differing accounts of the manner in which Philip met his death. Some traditions suggest that Philip, like Peter, was crucified for his beliefs. However, other accounts suggest that Philip's crucifixion might have taken a particularly harrowing form, was reportedly crucified upside down, similar to Peter's request, deeming himself unworthy to die in the same manner as Jesus Christ. 6. Bartholomew, also identified as Nathanael in the Gospel of John, is one of the 12 apostles closely associated with Philip. Despite the limited mention of Bartholomew in the New Testament, traditions and early church writings provide insights into his ministry and eventual martyrdom. Traditions concerning Bartholomew's death vary, offering contrasting accounts of his martyrdom. One tradition suggests that Bartholomew faced an excruciating death, being flayed alive, meaning his skin was removed while he was still alive, followed by either crucifixion or another form of execution. This gruesome account of his martyrdom signifies the intense persecution early Christians often endured for their faith. Bartholomew's missionary work is believed to have taken him to various regions, with notable traditions associating him with India and Armenia. It is said that Bartholomew fervently preached the gospel and established Christian communities in these areas. His dedication to spreading the teachings of Jesus Christ contributed to the growth and establishment of early Christianity in these regions. 7. Thomas, known as one of the 12 apostles, is often remembered for his moment of doubt when he questioned Jesus' resurrection until he personally saw and touched Jesus' wounds. Despite this episode, Thomas played a crucial role in the spread of Christianity. Tradition suggests that Thomas traveled extensively to proclaim the teachings of Jesus Christ after the events recorded in the New Testament. His missionary efforts are notably associated with the Indian subcontinent, particularly in present-day India, where he is believed to have carried out significant evangelistic work. Arriving in India, Thomas is thought to have focused his ministry on the Malabar coast, present-day Kerala. Tradition holds that he established Christian communities, baptized converts, and preached the gospel, leaving a lasting impact on the region. The legacy of St. Thomas is deeply ingrained in the traditions of the Syrian Christian community of Kerala, which traces its Christian origins to Thomas's evangelization. The accounts of Thomas's martyrdom vary, but tradition suggests he met his end in Chennai, formerly Madras, on the Coromandel coast. According to one tradition, Thomas was martyred by spearing or being stabbed with a spear. This act of martyrdom signifies his unwavering commitment to his faith and missionary activities, facing persecution for preaching the gospel. The Mount of St. Thomas, also known as St. Thomas Mount, in Chennai, holds historical and religious significance, believed to be the site where Thomas was martyred. The church built atop the mount commemorates his martyrdom and remains a pilgrimage site for Christians in the region. 8. Matthew, also known as Levi, was one of the 12 apostles selected by Jesus Christ and is renowned for authoring the Gospel of Matthew, one of the 4 canonical Gospels in the New Testament. While the biblical accounts offer insight into Matthew's calling and his role as an apostle, historical records about his death are scarce, leaving much of his later life and martyrdom open to tradition and interpretation. Following Jesus' ascension, Matthew is believed to have engaged in missionary work, preaching the gospel and sharing the teachings of Christ. Christian tradition indicates that Matthew's missionary activities took him to different regions beyond Palestine. However, historical details about the circumstances surrounding Matthew's death remain elusive. Various traditions suggest that Matthew died a martyr's death, but specific information is limited and often subject to diverse interpretations. One tradition proposes that Matthew met his martyrdom in Ethiopia, where he is believed to have evangelized and eventually suffered persecution for his faith. According to this tradition, he was martyred, though the exact manner of his death is not clearly documented. Another tradition points to Persia and Iran as the location of Matthew's martyrdom. According to this belief, Matthew faced persecution for his missionary endeavors in Persia and was purportedly martyred, yet the specific details and accounts of his death are also vague. 9. James, often referred to as James the Less or James, son of Alphaeus, is one of the 12 apostles chosen by Jesus Christ. Despite being included among the apostles in the New Testament, historical details about his life, ministry, and eventual death are relatively scarce compared to some of the more prominently featured apostles. The epithet James the Less distinguishes him from James, the brother of John, also known as James the Greater. This epithet doesn't imply lesser importance, but serves to differentiate between the two apostles. The biblical accounts do not provide extensive information about James the Less, contributing to the ambiguity surrounding his life and activities following Jesus' ministry. Consequently, various traditions and early church writings offer limited insights into his later life and eventual fate. Traditions concerning James the Less martyrdom vary. Some traditions suggest that he met his martyrdom in Egypt, marking the end of his life in service to the Christian faith. However, historical records detailing the circumstances or specific accounts of his martyrdom in Egypt are scant and often lack comprehensive documentation. The ambiguity surrounding James the Less life and martyrdom has led to varied interpretations and uncertainties within Christian traditions. While some sources attribute his martyrdom to Egypt, there is a lack of consensus or substantial historical evidence to definitively confirm the specifics of his death. 10. Jude, also known as Thaddeus or Lebbaeus, was one of the 12 apostles, chosen by Jesus Christ to spread his teachings and establish the Christian church. While the biblical accounts provide limited information about Jude's life and activities, tradition and early church writings offer insights into his missionary endeavors and martyrdom. According to Christian tradition, Jude is believed to have faced persecution for his unwavering commitment to spreading the Christian faith. The circumstances surrounding his martyrdom traditionally associated with him being martyred by being beaten to death with a club or a similar instrument. The accounts detailing Jude's martyrdom, though limited, emphasize his dedication to the Christian mission and his refusal to renounce his faith despite facing severe persecution. However, historical records providing specific details or corroborating accounts regarding the manner and location of his martyrdom are scarce. Jude's legacy within Christian tradition emphasizes his commitment to the teachings of Jesus Christ. Despite the relative scarcity of historical information about his life and martyrdom, his unwavering faith, dedication to spreading the gospel, and ultimate sacrifice as a martyr exemplify the courage and steadfastness of early Christians who faced persecution for their beliefs. 11. Simon the Zealot, also known as Simon the Cananean or Simon the Zealot, is one of the 12 apostles chosen by Jesus Christ. However, historical information about his life, ministry, and eventual fate beyond the events recorded in the New Testament is limited, leading to diverse traditions and interpretations regarding his later life and martyrdom. Traditions concerning Simon's missionary work and eventual martyrdom are varied and lack concrete historical documentation. Some traditions suggest that Simon ventured to regions beyond Palestine to preach the gospel, possibly including areas like Egypt or Persia. However, specific details regarding the extent of his travels, missionary activities, or the communities he may have established remain uncertain and subject to speculation. Regarding Simon's martyrdom, traditions suggest that he faced persecution for his commitment to spreading the Christian faith, ultimately leading to his martyrdom. However, historical records that provide specific details or corroborate accounts regarding the manner and location of his martyrdom are notably scarce. 12. Judas Iscariot, one of the 12 apostles chosen by Jesus Christ, infamously betrayed Jesus, leading to his eventual death. After Judas's betrayal and subsequent death, the remaining 11 apostles, feeling the need to restore the number to 12, appointed Matthias as Judas's replacement. The Bible records the selection of Matthias in the book of Acts, where the apostles prayed and cast lots to determine who would replace Judas. Acts 1:15-26. Matthias was chosen to fill the vacant position among the 12 apostles. Regarding Matthias's later life and death, historical information is relatively scant, contributing to various traditions and interpretations surrounding his activities and eventual fate. Although specific details about his ministry and martyrdom are limited, traditions suggest that Matthias may have engaged in missionary work following his selection as an apostle. One prevalent tradition associates Matthias with Ethiopia and suggests that he might have carried out missionary endeavors in the region. According to some traditions, Matthias is believed to have met his end in Ethiopia, facing martyrdom for his commitment to spreading the Christian faith. However, precise historical records or comprehensive accounts that corroborate the circumstances of his martyrdom in Ethiopia are notably lacking. Despite the limited information available, Matthias remains recognized as one of the 12 apostles and a pivotal figure within the early Christian community. His selection to fill the vacancy among the apostles and his subsequent dedication to spreading the gospel reflect his role in the establishment of the Christian Church. The deaths of the apostles, many of whom faced persecution and martyrdom, became foundational to the spread of Christianity. Their unwavering commitment to spreading the teachings of Jesus, despite facing severe hardships and eventual death, has been an inspiration for believers throughout history, shaping Christian devotion and commitment to the faith. The apostles' willingness to sacrifice their lives for their beliefs left an enduring legacy that continues to impact Christian communities worldwide.